Criticizing men of God attracts leprosy. Bishop Oyedepo warns Nigerians. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. The cleric gave the warning during the Leadership Empowerment Summit at the church headquarters, Faith Tabernacle, Canaan Lang Altar, Ogun State. Well, we have been told not to speak against people generally. It is good. It is written in the Holy Book that if you have a problem with someone or you feel someone is not doing well, that you have the right to walk up to the person and correct the person in love, even before, generally. Then if you cannot criticize the person in love, maybe you are maybe for instance, somebody is older than you, you can take the matter to someone who the person will listen to. Or maybe you have talked to this person and the person does not listen. Then you take somebody and the person still faulty. You take people, authorities that the person can respect, and you go. And when the person still does not listen to you, you are free to now, make it a universal thing. It is no longer going to be gossip. Most especially when you are doing this thing for the right purposes. Okay. Now, when it comes to men of God, they have this previously in times of old, you don't speak against. Yes. There's this Bible verse they used to attach to it, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. Speaking, as in, I can't really remember vividly, but I'm going to say this. Nobody is above correction. When I say correction, I don't mean criticism. Nobody is above correction, which means you can actually, if something is not going on right, let's say for instance your pastor is actually doing something that is not right, and you feel it's not right, you feel it is not right, maybe that thing is not right to you, you have every right as a human being to go see him, sit down with him, tell him in the manner that you're going to talk to him, in the manner you're going to be talking to someone who is actually your elder, or talk to him in a manner which is going to be loving, correct him with love. And if it seems maybe he walks you out of his office, or maybe he does what he's not supposed to do, just apply the same method. Criticizing people when you have not first spoken to them, sincerely, it is actually very bad. We do criticism when when there's no, how am I going to put it? There is no way you can get your message across. Am I even making any sense? For instance, you want to talk to someone who is actually, let's say for instance, even the sitting administration now, the president himself, we cannot talk to him. You cannot go and meet him one-on-one. Why? Because even if you write several letters, it will end up in the trash can. In the trash. Nobody will read it. They're not going to receive it. But see, this criticism, that is why I say sometimes the criticism are where people kind of draw the attention of the government and its agencies to things happening around. Because these people, they can't be everywhere. They can't find out what happened except we do that. We have even found out in this country that, if you don't do this, so if you don't talk, things will spoil. So what I'm saying is, if you want to correct somebody, because I feel some critics actually correction that went wrong. It is either you walk up to this person, is a man of God, yes, is a human being. Don't sideline the fact that this person is a human being, and you can actually appeal to him and talk to him. It is better. Even if he does not even get to listen to you, does not even give you the right to start criticizing him openly. But let it be that you have actually told him, because sometimes what we see as things that are not right, when you hear from the other party, you are shocked that, I was thinking this is what happened. I was thinking assumptions is is not actually good. It's not always right. So criticism in itself it's not okay, especially when maybe the person you're criticizing is close to you. You can always ask, why is it that you do things like this? Why is it that this like this? Why is it like this like this? Brother, this thing is like this, so it's not good though. And everybody goes home happy. Most times it works. Why most times, when the person is someone who, for reasons best known to them, they don't take the advice, or they don't take the correction, and they maybe tend to be rude to you, you just ignore them and move on. In your mind, you have actually done it, and you ignoring them, you are actually doing them a favor, because when they go back and they're like, they will go back and reflect. That is just it. About the men of God, about criticism concerning men of God that causes leprosy, Sincerely, let's hear about it more. The news in detail, please stay with us. General Overseer of a Living Faith Church International, Winners Chapel, Bishop David Oyedepo, has warned Nigerian Christians to deviate from criticizing the prophet, saying such attitude attracted dangerous punishment from God. The cleric gave the warning during the Leadership Empowerment Summit at the church headquarters, Faith Tabernacle, Kenaland, Ota, Ogun State. According to him, speaking against men of God can attract leprosy. Oyedepo said, "Beware of speaking hot against the ministry you claim to be part of advancing. It is a risk. Beware of speaking hot against the prophet you claim to believe. It is dangerous. It can make a man leprous. It is dangerous. We do not have the data of how many victims may have come from this warning, but I know quite some would have been victims. When we give warning, we give it based on prophetic insights." Admitting that criticism was part of what prophets of God must endure, the cleric added, "Every prophet is ordained to be spoken against, so it is not a problem. It is already written. It is not something that is new. It is not something that is new." Okay, concerning this, it's coming from two angles, saying don't criticize, and of course, men of God, they're not always going to have it easy. Even the person himself called Christian wise now, it's called the Christ, he did not take it easy. In fact, people who criticize him, gone, even as people he was close to, people he did not expect would do such. They did it, and what did he do? He bared it. He bore all of them. He bore, of course. Who would he complain to? Who will he complain to? No one. So why is he advised people? He also advised, others too, other people who are men of God, that whenever they see these things coming, they should not be losing faith, or they should, it's a thing that will always be. Even as a human being, even without being a man of God, you as a human being, there are people who criticize you for how you walk, for how you dress, for how you live your life. It is there. And it is there. The John just want, as in they want you to be apologetic about almost everything. The people who like that. So it is he's saying that if you're a prophet and you're being criticized, don't worry, don't be faint-hearted. You're not alone, and of course it is bound to happen. And if you as a Christian who is actually criticizing maybe your prophet or the man of God, just know that you are not supposed to. Okay. But it is okay for him to criticize Buhari and his thieving members of his government. Hypocrisy. Well, some people are going to be giving some points about this that are going to be interesting. Jesus was criticized, but he did not cause the people who criticized him. We all know that he had every power to do it. This